A small group of Democratic donors, mostly in Chicago, decided that Barack Obama was their guy. He was the vessel for their ambitions.
When a guest on Tucker Carlson's show disclosed a startling story about the Obama family, Tucker Carlson was both shocked and disgusted. Viewers around the world are in complete disbelief as a result of the abrupt and unexpected revelation of long-buried secrets that were intended to remain hidden. The revelations were so explosive that even Tucker struggled to mask his reaction. What could the Obama family be keeping from the public? Why is this truth surfacing at this moment? These shocking claims have sparked serious questions about the former president's past. Stay with us as we uncover every detail fueling the conversation. Guest exposes Obama's dirty secret. A guest on Tucker Carlson's show recently discussed prominent politicians like the Clintons and Obamas, raising concerns about their public personas. Race, wealth, and power were the main topics of conversation. The guest claimed that these leaders were not as truthful as they appeared to be. The guest pointed out that Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton talk about being treated unfairly, even though they have lived comfortable and privileged lives. Michelle Obama went to Princeton for free and has been part of the ruling class her whole life. Yet she still talks about being a victim of racism, the guest said. The same was said about Hillary Clinton, who has been in powerful circles for years but still claims she faces discrimination. According to the guest, this is not just about them. It's a common trend among wealthy and famous people. LeBron James lives in a mansion in Bel Air, but he says he is a victim. Meghan Markle, who went from being connected to billionaires to just being a millionaire, says she is a victim. They want people to believe they are struggling while living completely different lives from the average person. The amount of money these politicians have earned throughout the years was also discussed. Barack Obama's estimated net worth was $1.3 million when he first took office in 2008, but it is now projected to be at least $70 million. There is a whole system operating behind the scenes, the guest suggested. They also mentioned the Clintons, who allegedly made over $230 million from speeches at events and book deals. As the guest put it, they aren't just being paid to talk, they are being paid for their connections. This pay-to-play system exclusively benefits the powerful and rich. The guest then questioned the difference between what these figures say and how they actually live. Michelle Obama has spoken about being afraid for her daughter's safety in America. Many of us still live in fear when we go to the grocery store or when our children drive alone, she once said. But Carlson's guest pointed out that she owns expensive homes in exclusive, mostly white neighborhoods like Martha's Vineyard, which doesn't match the picture of fear she describes. Barack Obama was also criticized for using race to win elections. The only reason he got elected was because of his race. He allegedly spent 8 years making racial tensions worse, and then he moved to the whitest zip code in America, the guest said. They claimed that prominent people often discuss social issues while leading comfortable and affluent lives. The guest further asserted that these individuals use topics like justice and race to divert attention as they increase their wealth and influence. They talk about greedy companies, but they are the companies. They advise Americans to pay their fair share while transferring their own money through tax cuts. The guest claims that they fly private jets to their expensive homes while talking about climate change. Last but not least, Carlson's guest said that these politicians are more focused on riches and power than on justice or equity. The discussion, which revealed the public's growing skepticism of the leaders they formerly trusted, surprised Tucker Carlson. This is not the first time Barack Obama has faced backlash. Many people criticized him during the election campaign of former U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris. What did he do to cause such a reaction? Let's find out. Barack Obama urges black men to support Kamala Harris and faces backlash. Former President Barack Obama stirred controversy when he urged black men to vote for Vice President Kamala Harris at an event in Pennsylvania. At a rally in the swing state, Obama emphasized the need of having women, especially women of color, in leadership positions. But not all voters were pleased with his comments, especially some black men who thought he was lecturing them instead of honoring their decision. During his speech, Obama allegedly criticized what he called a false sense of strength, saying, "I've noticed some men think Trump's behavior, the bullying and putting people down, is a sign of strength. But real strength is working hard, carrying a heavy load without complaining, taking responsibility for your actions, and telling the truth even when it's inconvenient." Following his public speech, Obama spoke to a group of black men individually, directly addressing their reluctance to support Kamala Harris. "We have not yet seen the same kind of energy and turnout in all corners of our communities as we did when I was running," he said, implying that some black men might be uneasy about the idea of a female president and urging them to reconsider their position. He also reminded them of the role black women have played in political and social movements. "The women in our lives have been getting our backs this entire time. They've been raising us, working, and marching when things don't go our way," he said. "You're considering boycotting or even endorsing someone who has a history of treating you disrespectfully?" Obama declared, "That is unacceptable." The message was unambiguous. Obama views the Democratic Party's declining support from black men as a significant problem in the run-up to the election. But his remarks sparked intense online responses. Some black males ignored his statements, saying they didn't need anyone, including a former president, instructing them how to vote. Others made fun of him. One person on social media even likened his lack of presence in the black community to a parent who only comes back to give commands. Despite the criticism, polling indicates that the Democratic Party had legitimate worries. While Donald Trump's popularity among black men increased to its highest level in more than 10 years, Kamala Harris's support among black voters decreased. While Harris continued to have greater support among women and women of color, Trump also gained favor with Latino men. As election season intensified, both parties were making direct appeals to minority voters. While Democrats focused on race and identity politics, Trump was leveraging economic and immigration issues to attract a broader base. Obama's remarks were meant to strengthen Democratic support, but they exposed deeper frustrations among black voters who feel their voices and concerns were overlooked. Tucker Carlson has claimed to reveal the truth about the Obama family and their hypocrisy, but he has also faced his own controversies. What does this really mean? Keep watching to find out. The criticism surrounding Tucker Carlson. For 6 years, Carlson used his position to convince a conservative-leaning group of American viewers that he was one of the few telling the truth. But critics say his show often included false information and racist content. This approach worked well, making him one of the highest-rated hosts in cable news, regularly attracting about 3 million viewers, and becoming a powerful figure in the conservative movement. However, despite his success, just days after he questioned the trustworthiness of the media, he was suddenly taken off the air. Fox News quickly announced that the network and its biggest star had agreed to part ways. Carlson's exit came shortly after Fox News agreed to pay a huge $787 million settlement to Dominion Voting Systems over false election claims from a few years ago. The lawsuit revealed that while Carlson publicly supported Trump's election fraud claims, he privately rejected them. At one point, he even texted that he passionately dislikes Trump. While Carlson was praised by conservatives, his show faced regular criticism from misinformation experts, fact-checkers, and activists. He was accused of spreading racist ideas and promoting conspiracy theories. Experts who track hate speech and extremism accused him of backing white supremacist views. In 2020, Carlson criticized the Black Lives Matter movement, calling it soulless and craven, and stating that it wasn't really about black lives. His controversies didn't end with his show. Leaked recordings from 2006 to 2011, which were obtained by a group that tracks conservative media, showed him calling women primitive, defending child marriage, and making inappropriate comments about young girls. Carlson responded by inviting anyone who disagrees to come on his show. In another incident, he referred to Iraq as a crappy place filled with semi-literate primitive monkeys. In 2019, Carlson targeted Ilhan Omar, a Somali-born Muslim Democratic congresswoman, claiming that she was living proof that the way we handle immigration is a danger to this country. He also spread misinformation about COVID-19 vaccine rules and backed election denial theories, even though, as shown in the Dominion lawsuit, he privately dismissed Trump's election claims. His controversial comments didn't go unnoticed and led to pushback against the network. One example is in 2018 when he said immigrants made America poorer and dirtier, causing several big companies to pull their ads. But for the most part, Fox News let him continue without interference. This makes his sudden departure from the network even more surprising. It seems that Tucker Carlson has criticized Barack Obama before. What other instances have occurred where Carlson has targeted Obama? Keep reading for further details. Tucker Carlson allegedly reveals Barack Obama might be gay. In an interview with Tucker Carlson, a man named Larry Sinclair made old claims about Barack Obama that are getting attention again. Sinclair, who has a criminal past, said back in 2007-2008 that he had sex with Obama and did drugs with him, including smoking crack cocaine. Carlson allegedly shared a teaser clip of this interview, which quickly spread on social media. In the clip, Sinclair explains how he met Obama outside a bar and says he gave him $250 for cocaine. He then claims they both used the drug and had sex. Sinclair also suggested that Obama seemed experienced with drugs and sexual encounters. However, Sinclair admitted he didn't know who Obama was at the time, which makes his story less believable. Many people doubt Sinclair's story because of his past crimes, including fraud and lying. He also didn't offer any evidence or references to support his statements. Although Sinclair attempted to call a press conference in 2008 to share his story, he was unable to provide evidence that he had ever met Obama. For example, Sinclair says crack appeared out of nowhere after he gave Obama money, which seems odd. Some people think Tucker Carlson is just using these old claims to get attention, knowing that the internet now makes it easier for such stories to spread. In 2008, the media didn't give Sinclair's claims much attention, but now they are getting a second chance through social media and platforms like YouTube. An article that revealed some old details about Barack Obama's early upbringing also raised new questions about his background. His 2007-2008 campaign was filled with turmoil as the Clinton team used strong political tactics and right organizations to allegedly question Obama's background. When Obama's biographer, David Garrow, allegedly revealed details from a 1982 letter he wrote, it was a watershed moment. The letter, which was discovered in university archives, provided insight into Obama's views on men and gender and sexuality. Once again featured in an article, this private letter, which had received little attention when it was first published, gained attention. Obama discussed his ideas and sentiments toward relationships in the letter, including a passage in which he discussed contemplating intimacy with males. Given that Obama went on to become the first black president, this made many question why the media did not delve deeper into this part of his past. Some are curious why this personal history wasn't brought up more publicly at the time. Many people today debate whether it matters that Obama wrote about these topics in the past, especially given how much society's views have changed. Some think the media missed the chance to dig deeper into his past, while others believe it doesn't matter now, since views on gender and sexuality have evolved. The story is bringing up questions about how much the public should know about a politician's private life. Tucker Carlson might not be a fan of Barack Obama, since he has often criticized him, but it looks like he could be a big supporter of Donald Trump. It's also said that Tucker Carlson played an important part in Donald Trump's recent campaign. What part did he play? Let's find out. Tucker Carlson allegedly hosts a road show to support Trump's campaign. The network Carlson has created, where he does interviews and shares long talks with subscribers, does not have the same wide audience as his Fox News show. However, he remains an important figure behind the scenes in Republican politics, someone who has Trump's attention and the power to influence important choices. Trump's vice president, J.D. Vance, joined him on his tour. He played a significant role at the Republican National Convention. He is a trusted advisor to Trump, and the GOP is basically Trump's party now, said Heather Hendershot. a professor who specializes in conservative media and television news at Northwestern University's School of Communication. This relationship has allowed Carlson to become, if not a kingmaker, at least someone who helps shape important people's careers, allegedly playing a key role in Vance becoming a vice president. Vance often appeared on Tucker Carlson Tonight during his Senate race in Ohio, talking about issues that resonate with Carlson's far-right viewers. It was on Carlson's show that Vance called Kamala Harris and others childless cat ladies, a comment that came up again in July 2024. The two stayed close, and Carlson helped with one of Trump's biggest decisions, picking his running mate. The New York Times reported that Trump was uncertain about choosing Vance in June 2024, considering instead the more experienced Marco Rubio or the rich, safe Doug Burgum. Carlson stepped in dramatically, telling Trump that choosing either of them could allegedly lead to his assassination, according to the Times, and warned that neither Rubio, the current United States Secretary of State, nor Burgum, the current United States Secretary of the Interior, could be trusted. It's interesting that he had Trump's attention on this, and his reasoning seemed a bit strange, even weird, and almost conspiratorial. The conspiratorial side has always been a big part of Carlson's appeal, and even though his influence over Trump has grown despite texts from 2023 where Carlson said, "I hate him passionately" about Trump, Carlson has become more extreme. Tucker Carlson used to be the most powerful figure in right-wing media. He could shift Republican primary elections, control news cycles, and create messages that were widely used by the right, said Gertz. Gertz noted that this is not true anymore, but Carlson is still a strong political force. His relationship with Donald Trump seems to be the main reason for this. By publicly supporting him so loudly, he has made sure that he can still contact Trump directly and give advice on important issues. In addition to giving Trump dubious advice regarding Vance, Carlson was instrumental in arranging a meeting between Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at the Republican convention. Vanity Fair claims that Carlson and Donald Trump Jr. planned Kennedy's exit from the race and his support for Trump. The New York Times claims that Carlson connected Trump and Kennedy through a three-way text message just hours after Trump's attempted assassination, which led to their phone conversation that night. Even if this might rely on personal views and political convictions, Carlson's ongoing influence at the top of Republican politics would surely be troublesome now that Donald Trump has become the president again. Barack Obama has faced a lot of criticism, and the latest talk is about a rumored divorce. But what have he and Michelle said about it? Keep watching to find out. Michelle Obama shut down. Divorce rumor once and for all. It looks like Michelle Obama may have just shut down the rumors that she and Barack are heading for a split. The two have always been seen as the perfect power couple, both during and after their time in the White House. But lately, there has been talk that their marriage isn't as picture-perfect as it seems. On January 29, 2025, Michelle shared that the Obama Presidential Center will be building a special garden in Chicago to remember Hadia Pendleton, a student who was shot and killed in 2013. Instead of making it sound like a solo effort, she made it clear that she and Barack are working on it together. She wrote, "Barack and I look forward to honoring her memory through a dedicated space at the Obama Presidential Center. It's no surprise that both of them would be involved in a project connected to their foundation, but the way she clearly said Barack and I caught people's attention, especially since it came right after some other public messages. Just a little over a week earlier, Barack posted a birthday message for Michelle along with a picture of them smiling and holding hands across a table. In his caption, he wrote, "I'm so lucky to be able to take on life's adventures with you. Love you." Not long after, when a terrible mid-air crash happened near Washington, D.C., on January 29th, Barack spoke out about it, saying, "Michelle and I send our prayers and condolences to everyone who is mourning today, and we're grateful to the first responders who are doing everything they can to help under extremely difficult circumstances." No matter how you look at it, the Obamas have been showing a strong and united front in the past few weeks. The two of them still appear to be together despite all the rumors. You could even argue that their relationship improved as a result of their departure from the White House. What are your thoughts on the Obama family's dark secret that was made public? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.